Welcome to our channel, History Coins HD. We have some valuable coins for you, so don't spend one of them. So watch our complete video and find your treasure. This coin could make you rich overnight. Top 1 today, we're diving into the fascinating world of American coins to uncover the story of a tiny treasure with a big value, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1944, minted in Denver. This little copper coin may not look like much at first glance, but it holds a story steeped in history and could be worth a fortune. Stick around as we explore its background, design, rarity, and the incredible value it could fetch in today's collector's market. Let's go back in time to 1944, a year marked by global upheaval and resilience. The Second World War was raging, and the United States was deeply involved in the effort. Every resource mattered, and this was especially true for materials like copper, which were crucial for producing ammunition and other wartime necessities. As a result, the U.S. Mint had shifted to using alternative metals for coinage, such as steel, during the war years. But by 1944, copper was back in limited supply, and the Mint resumed using it for pennies, though not without some interesting twists. The 1944 1-cent coin minted in Denver, marked by the small d below the year on the coin's face, is a product of this unique period. Made primarily from recycled wartime shell casings, this penny carries with it a tangible piece of history, a symbol of America's resourcefulness during challenging times. But what really makes this coin fascinating is not just its composition or historical context, it's the rarity and condition that have collectors buzzing today. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of this remarkable coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic image has graced the American penny since 1909 and remains a symbol of leadership and resilience. Beneath Lincoln's profile, you'll notice the mint mark D, denoting that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Flipping to the reverse, you'll see the wheat ears design, which was used on pennies from 1909 to 1958. This design features two stylized wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. It's a simple yet elegant reminder of the agricultural roots of the nation and a design that many collectors hold dear. While millions of these coins were minted in 1944, only a small fraction have survived in pristine condition. The condition of a coin, often graded on a scale from 1 to 70, plays a critical role in its value. Coins graded as mint state, with sharp details and minimal wear, are exceptionally rare and highly sought after. Over the years, most 1944 D pennies have been worn down by everyday use, making well-preserved examples incredibly valuable. Adding to the allure of this coin are potential variations and errors that occurred during the minting process. Some 1944 D pennies feature anomalies such as double die strikes or other minting imperfections, which collectors prize for their uniqueness. These errors transform an already valuable coin into a truly one-of-a-kind piece, further increasing its worth. So, how much could a 1944 D 1-cent coin be worth today? Well, if you're lucky enough to have one in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or even better, with a rare error, you could be looking at a value between $48,000 and $52,000. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny penny, once worth just 1 cent, could now fetch tens of thousands of dollars from eager collectors. To imagine that a humble piece of copper, carried in pockets and purses over 70 years ago, now worth a small fortune. It's a testament to the enduring appeal of coins as both historical artifacts and valuable treasures. So, if you've got a box of old coins tucked away in a drawer or attic, take a closer look. That dusty little penny might just turn out to be a hidden gem. And who knows? It could change your life. Top 2, we're diving deep into a small yet fascinating piece of American history, the United States 1-cent coin from 1949. Don't let its humble size fool you. This coin could be worth a fortune, especially if you're lucky enough to have one in exceptional condition. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll find out how this tiny penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $43,000 to $45,000. The United States 1-cent coin from 1949 holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Minted just a few years after the end of World War II, this coin comes from a period when America was booming, and a sense of optimism filled the air. This was a time of innovation, growth, and progress, and the coins from this era reflect the resilience and determination of a nation moving forward. The 1949 penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Wheat Cents series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series was a game-changer, as it was the first time a U.S. president appeared on a coin. The design was, and still is, iconic, featuring Victor David Brenner's portrait of Lincoln on the front and 2 wheat stalks on the back, symbolizing abundance and prosperity. On the obverse side of the 1949 1-cent coin, you'll see Lincoln's profile, his thoughtful expression captured in exquisite detail. The word liberty is inscribed to his left, a reminder of the values he stood for, along with the date 1949 on his right. Just below the date, you might notice a tiny letter AD or an S indicating the mint where the coin was produced. The reverse side features the famous wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E pluribus unum written above, symbolizing unity in diversity. But what makes this particular coin so valuable isn't just its history or design. The key lies in its rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were minted, very few have survived in pristine condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved, showing no signs of wear or damage, are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Another factor that adds to the allure of the 1949 penny is the possibility of unique minting errors or variations. During the production process, small mistakes sometimes occur, resulting in coins with doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. These error coins are like winning the lottery for collectors, as they're not only rare but also completely unique. If you think you might have a coin with one of these errors, it's worth having it professionally appraised. You could be sitting on a treasure. Now, let's talk about why collectors are willing to pay so much for this coin. The demand for the 1949 1-cent coin comes down to a combination of factors: its historical significance, its rarity, and the nostalgia it evokes. Coins like these serve as tangible links to the past, a piece of history you can hold in your hand. For collectors, owning a pristine 1949 penny is like owning a little slice of Americana, and they're willing to pay top dollar for it. And now for the moment you've been waiting for: the value. If you have a 1949 United States 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth an astonishing $43,000 to $45,000. Yes, you heard that right. This small, unassuming penny could fetch the price of a brand new luxury car or even a down payment on a house. So, what are you waiting for? Check your old coin collections, search through those jars of pennies, or take a closer look at any 1,949 coins you might already have. You never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 3. We're diving into the story behind a true American classic, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1957. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary penny, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. By the end of this video, you'll find out how this coin, under the right conditions, could be worth an extraordinary amount of money, enough to make your jaw drop. Let's start by traveling back in time to the year 1957. This was a pivotal time in American history. The post-war economy was booming, Elvis Presley was dominating the airwaves, and families across the country were enjoying the golden era of the 1950s. During this time, the United States Mint was busy producing millions of 1-cent coins, also known as Lincoln wheat pennies, to support the growing economy. These pennies, small as they are, carry a significant historical and cultural legacy. The 1-cent coin from 1957 is part of the iconic wheat penny series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. On the obverse side, you'll see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This image was the first portrait of a real person to ever appear on a U.S. coin. It's a timeless design that has stood the test of time and continues to symbolize Lincoln's enduring legacy. On the reverse side, you'll find the beautiful and distinctive wheat ears design. These 2 wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin phrase E pluribus unum inscribed above. This design represents prosperity and growth, themes that were deeply resonant in the United States during the early and mid-20th century. What makes the 1957 1-cent coin so special? While these coins were produced in large quantities, their real value lies in the details. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins in excellent condition, particularly those that appear as though they've never been circulated. Coins in uncirculated condition, also known as mint state, are incredibly rare. This is because most pennies from this era were used in everyday transactions, often becoming scratched, worn, or tarnished over time. And now, here's where things get even more exciting. In addition to coins in perfect condition, there are rare variants of the 1957 1-cent coin that command incredible prices among collectors. These include coins with minting errors, such as doubled die obverse, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors make the coin one of a kind and exponentially increase its value. Imagine finding a penny with one of these rare errors or discovering one that has been preserved in pristine condition for over 6 decades. It's like stumbling upon a hidden treasure in plain sight. These coins hold immense appeal not only for seasoned collectors but also for history enthusiasts who appreciate their significance. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: what could a 1957 1-cent coin actually be worth today? If you happen to have one in uncirculated, mint condition or a rare error variant, it could be valued at an astonishing $38,000 to $42,000. Yes, you heard that right. This humble penny could be worth a small fortune, making it one of the most exciting coins to look out for. So, don't underestimate the coin sitting in your piggy bank or tucked away in an old drawer. You never know when you might stumble upon a piece of history worth thousands of dollars. Top 4. We're shining a spotlight on a tiny piece of American history that could be hiding in plain sight: the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1970. Don't let its small size fool you, this humble penny could hold a big surprise. Stick with us until the end, where we'll reveal just how much this coin could be worth today. Spoiler alert, it's in the tens of thousands of dollars. Let's start by diving into the fascinating history behind this unassuming coin. The year 1970 was a time of transformation for the United States. The country was navigating its way through the Vietnam War, monumental social changes, and a cultural revolution that defined a generation. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint was quietly producing coins that would one day become prized collectibles. The 1-cent coin from 1970 is no exception. At the time, it was just another penny in circulation, used for everything from buying candy to filling piggy banks. But what makes this coin so remarkable today is its rarity and the unique stories it carries from that era. Coins, after all, are little time capsules, capturing the spirit and history of the period in which they were made. And now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1971-cent coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has graced the penny since 1909, commemorating the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Sculpted by Victor David Brenner, this portrait of Lincoln is one of the most recognizable and enduring designs in American numismatics. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the reverse design featuring the Lincoln Memorial. Introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln Memorial design replaced the previous wheat ears motif. Look closely, and you might even spot a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, an incredible detail that's easy to overlook. But the real magic of the 1971-cent coin lies not just in its design but in its rarity and condition. Over the years, millions of these pennies have been lost, damaged, or worn down from circulation. Finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is a true rarity, and it's this exceptional state of preservation that makes such coins so valuable to collectors. In addition to condition, some of these coins have unique characteristics or errors that set them apart. These minting errors, like double strikes, misaligned dies, or off-center prints, turn an ordinary penny into a one-of-a-kind treasure. Collectors go wild for error coins because they're rare, intriguing, and tell a story about the challenges of coin production. If you're lucky enough to own a 1971-cent coin with an error or in perfect condition, it's worth taking a closer look. Such coins are in high demand and can command incredible prices at auctions. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: just how much could this little coin be worth? A United States 1-cent coin from 1970, in exceptional condition or with a rare error, has been known to sell for an astounding $35,000 to $37,000. Yes, you heard that right, this tiny piece of copper could fetch a price that rivals the cost of a new car. It's a testament to the power of rarity, history, and craftsmanship. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to dig through those old jars of coins, check your collections, and see if you might be holding onto a hidden gem. Top 5. We're diving deep into a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and treasure hunters alike: the United States 1-cent coin from 1974. It's a coin that's often overlooked in change jars, but little do most people know, this humble penny could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Let's start by talking about the history of the 1974 1-cent coin. The 1-cent coin, or penny as it's commonly known, has been a staple of American currency since the late 18th century. But it wasn't always the same design you see today. In 1974, the U.S. Mint was still using the famous Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side of the penny, a design that was first introduced in 1959 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 150th birthday. At the time, the 1974 penny was just like any other circulating coin in the U.S. It was made from copper and zinc, and it had a minting year of 1974 stamped on it. For many, it was just another coin to use for a soda machine or a small purchase. But over the years, some of these pennies have become highly sought after, and they aren't just rare because they've aged. There's something special about certain 1974 pennies that makes them stand out. What makes the 1974 1-cent coin unique is that there are some with very particular characteristics that make them valuable. You might be thinking, it's just a penny, how valuable can it be? Well, here's the twist: some of these pennies were minted with errors, and those errors are what make them highly collectible. You see, coins that have minting errors often slip past quality control and make their way into circulation. These error coins can be worth a lot more than their face value. One of the most common and highly sought after errors for the 1974 penny is the famous double die error. This happens when the coin's design is struck multiple times, causing the image to appear doubled or slightly shifted. It gives the coin a distinct, blurry look that stands out compared to a normal penny. This can occur on the obverse, the front, of the coin, where Abraham Lincoln's portrait is, or on the reverse, where the Lincoln Memorial stands. The doubling can sometimes be subtle, but if you look closely, you'll see the clear indication of an error. Finding a 1974 penny with a double die error in excellent condition is extremely rare. Most of these coins were in circulation for years, getting worn and damaged as they traveled through wallets and pockets. The value of a well-preserved double die error penny can be staggering, sometimes fetching several $1,000s at auction, depending on its condition, but the 1974 penny with a double die error isn't the only one you should be on the lookout for. There are also other rare variants, such as pennies with misstrikes or even slight variations in the design due to problems with the dies used to strike them. These types of anomalies can occur, though they're not as common as the double die errors. And now, let's talk about why these error coins, particularly the 1974 1-cent coin, are so highly valued by collectors. It all comes down to rarity. Minting errors are often quite rare to begin with, but when you combine that rarity with the demand from collectors, the value skyrockets. The US Mint produces millions of coins each year, but only a small fraction of them end up with errors, and even fewer of those coins remain in mint condition. Collecting coins with errors is a passionate hobby for many, and some collectors focus specifically on finding these rare variants. Over the years, coins like the 1974 double die error penny have become iconic in the numismatic world. That's because these errors are not just pieces of currency, they're also pieces of history. They're like little time capsules that tell the story of a mistake made in the minting process, but also represent the perseverance of collectors who have uncovered them. If you're wondering about the price of these coins, you might be in for a pleasant surprise. The 1974 1-cent coin with a double die error in excellent condition can fetch a staggering amount of money at auction. Depending on the condition and the specific error, these coins have been known to sell for anywhere between $30,000 and $32,000. Yes, you heard that right, $30,000 to $32,000 for a single 1974 penny. That's an incredible return on something that most people would have thrown away or spent without a second thought. So, if you've got a collection of old coins or you're out there scouring through pocket change, make sure to keep an eye out for those rare 1974 pennies. Who knows, you could be holding on to a treasure worth thousands of dollars. To wrap things up, the 1974 1-cent coin may seem like just another penny, but for those who know what to look for, it's a piece of history with incredible value. If you find one with a double die error or another rare minting flaw, it could change your life. So, keep your eyes peeled, and always check your change carefully. You never know when you might discover a coin that could be worth far more than its face value. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our exciting coin discoveries. Until next time, happy collecting!